Hi, you're watching Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio. Now I'm outside the command center. That young man out there is
Rick Levy in San Diego.
Rick. What T-shirt are you wearing? What is that? What does that say?
I'm wearing the T-shirt from Agave 308, is the tequila bar in Key West, Florida. And
308.
then 308 is the, I believe it is the number of the building on the street. I think it's on, is it going to be like 308 Duval or, no, and then on that. Can you read the back?
That's the one. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that shirt.
Oh, you're going all Mr. Roboto on me again.
I'm sorry. I'm excited because we have finally, after like 18 years, we finally scored Cava de Oro.
Yeah.
Oh,
there we go. I'm getting some.
It's an interesting brand. It's been around for quite a while. We discovered when we did the Blanco that what they sent us, the way it worked out is Rick got both sets of samples, which is unusual. It doesn't happen very often. So we held on to it.
I didn't realize they were coming. And then one afternoon I come home, I found a shopping bag on my doorstep with 10 bottles packed in it.
So what did they do? Walk it across the border?
I don't
Did
know.
some poor guy walk across the border and all the way?
Maybe there's a tunnel that comes up in my neighborhood.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's the tequila tunnel. Yeah, that's the tunnel I want. So anyway, we discovered that this is it's Mexican bottling. It is a lower ABV than 80. So these have the stamp, the Mexican tax stamp on it. But I was really surprised by the Blanco. It was not. Cava de Oro has a reputation for being sweetened. And what was the number of the distillery?
1477, Tequila Puerto de Hierro.
And we've had tequilas from them before.
Yeah, we had Mandala and Cosa Salvaje, which we both found to be quite sweet. But then we were also pleasantly surprised by their master distiller's own brand, Gran Reserva de Don Alberto, which was really quite amazing. It was.
That Joven, I'm a big fan. As a matter of fact, he will be on our tour this year. So Don Alberto, the Brand of Promise winner, is coming on board, and you don't do anything. You got to try that Joven. It was really a showstopper for us because it's such an abused category that nobody takes it seriously anymore. But he did a great job on that.
And that's Alberto Partida Hermosillo.
Yes. The distillery is under the matriarch's name, correct?
Yeah. So the Empresa, the company name, is actually Leticia Hermosillo Revelero in the CRT documents, but the name of the distillery is Tequila Puerto de Hierro.
That's Iron Door.
Iron Door.
Yeah, everybody wants to get in, but nobody gets out.
Actually, they want everyone to come in. They do a lot of events and tourism type things at their distillery right there. They're like one of the first distilleries you can hit getting off the plane from Guadalajara. When you head towards the Tequila Valley, they are at the eastern end of El Arenal. They may even be just barely in the limits of El Arenal.
Yeah, it is the first. You're on your way to Arandas. I think you're right. It's the first.
Yeah.
I think it's the first one you come to.
And going through the Tequila Valley, you would hit El Arenal, then Amatitan, and then Tequila, and then if you keep going, you get to Magdalena.
Yeah, all that whole area, that whole Golden Triangle, as they call it. Some great stuff that comes out of there. But This is a reposado. Do we know? Do we know how long this has been aged? Because it's really dark, man. This is a
Yeah. It's 6 months in French oak, and the barrels were previously used for red wine.
Okay. Now, here's the interesting thing. I have seen on the back of the so far the Blanco and the Reposado, they are certified kosher. If you have read any of our articles on the big business of kosher tequila, kosher right now is a $1 billion business, and when we contacted a representative from the Chicago Rabbinical Council, the CRC, they admitted that there is a certain process to be considered kosher for aged tequilas, and they wouldn't go into too much detail about what they would do, but there is a type of rinsing of the barrel that would allow it to be certified kosher. So, hey, it's probably not kosher for Passover, but it's kosher, and that's a good thing. Nothing wrong with that. Huh. You said French oak?
Yeah.
There we go. Now it's opening up a little bit.
It's a pleasant nose.
Yes, it is.
Again, following on from the Blanco, it's a very pleasant nose.
Yeah.
The agave really comes up to meet you.
Yes. Now, again, for transparency's sake, this is a 38 ABV. We don't know what the 80 proof is going to taste like or smell like. We don't have it. So, this is not offensive at all. It's how many months did you say it was in French oak?
6.
6 months? Because the reason I'm questioning you is because I'm so used to smelling the French oak right away. It has a very distinctive smell.
Yeah.
In some of the French oak aged tequilas that we've had. This one doesn't have that.
Are you finding any of those dark or bitter notes?
No, not on the nose. It's actually sweeter.
Yeah.
But sweeter in a whiskey kind of way. It's odd to me. It's more reminiscent of maybe that's the char and the rinsing and whatever they do to there's wine residue somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
it could be picking up something from the red wine. It could be getting some sweetness from a heavier char, right?
Yeah. It is taming down the French oak. This is not the nose of a French oak that I'm used to smelling. Huh. Let's see what it tastes like.
Yeah, I am getting a little bit of sweetness on the nose that you don't usually get with a French oak.
Exactly.
That's surprisingly sweet for French oak.
It's about right for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a sudden. The reason I say this is because we've had tequilas that have been aged in French oak. Sometimes they're more in the extra añejo category, or they're not necessarily in the reposado category because they're not cheap barrels. Even on the secondary market, a French oak barrel, not cheap at all. It's not a virgin barrel, obviously, but it still has plenty of color in it. I think what happens is it's quite a sudden turn from the Blanco. Like I say, it surprises me that it's so dark. It's a hearty reposado. Let's just say that. Yeah. But it is sweeter. It is probably more in line with some of the other sweet ones that we have had from the distillery. I still like the nose. I'm really in love with this. It's really good.
And I'm not picking up any production defects. So it's not like they're using sweetness to hide anything.
No. I think what happened was they tried to tame it down and not have the French oak overpower you. like some tequilas can. Some tequilas aged in virgin French oak will just blow you away. With the sweetness, the bitter chocolate, the cocoa, the tobacco, you get all that right up in your face. And this one doesn't do that. It's more of a it's as subtle as you can get with a French oak barrel.
I would agree.
But I think the red wine, I think there's something to it. I think
we're picking up something from the red wine. Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is. Besides the color, maybe there's a reason the color is like that. But
and then there's maybe there's something certainly a heavier char would impart a darker color more quickly.
You know what it reminds me of? I'm gonna. Okay. The only other, I know that there's a couple other tequilas that are aged in wine barrels, red wine particularly. One of those is a barrel proof Dulce Vida. They're 5-year aged barrel proof, and it's aged in Napa Valley barrels.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
That 5-year XA is one of the sweetest that I've ever had.
And the finish is rather bitter on the back end. Well, of course it's barrel proof. It's barrel strength. It's a 55 ABV. So it's you start with 100 proof tequila and you stick it in a barrel in a Napa Valley wine barrel.
Yeah.
I even, what is it? I can't remember the type of wine that they were aging in it, but it reminds me a little bit of that. This is kind of a distant memory versus the 5-year Dulce Vida, which is really powerful. It's really hearty, very upfront.
Yeah.
This is way tamed down.
I could see that. I'm feeling like more of my palate's coated though with this Reposado. Before I thought I was feeling some coating on the back end. And we also we weren't getting hit with sweetness right away on the Blanco. And with this one, when I took it in, I got sweetness right away, and I felt, almost like a full mouth coating.
Yeah, I did too, and that may be attributed to the allowable additives that what is it, 1 to 3%, depending on what normal list you're reading, or normal. They're allowed to throw glycerin in there, and when you're dealing with the sweet tooth that this distillery has a reputation for, that's the active ingredient right there, because it was very subtle in the Blanco. It wasn't. And I think I said that it was the Blanco was progressively sweeter on the back of the palate. Mm-hmm. But you're right. This one is full on, but it's tamed down. And I think not a bad thing, if you take your time with it.
Yeah.
What do we have a price on this thing?
Yeah. So the Reposado, I found prices ranging from $56 down to $40. I found it for $40 at Old Town Tequila, and for the average of all the prices I was getting, if you could find it for $47 or less, then I would say that you're getting decent market pricing there.
Okay. Again, we don't know what the 80 proof tastes like. The poor guy walked over a shop bag over the tequila tunnel and left it on your doorstep.
Yeah, but if you like the when I first started exploring craft tequilas, I as well was drawn toward the sweeter ones, the sweeter, thicker ones, and I was a big fan of Clase Azul back then, and I was picking up things like Sin Rival, but then as I explored the craft more, I quickly got drawn away from that end. But it's a popular end of the pool for a lot of people. And
Yeah.
if you like that, you know, if you like the sweet and creamy tequilas, then, you know, certainly check out this brand.
Yeah. Yeah. I think as a non-diffuser tequila, it's a great gateway. You know, and obviously there's a market for it because they've been around for 18 years. So, you know, there's something to be said about this brand, and they have that unusual 1800 stopper that Rick spilled all over his keyboard.
Yeah. Letitia,
Um,
you're going to owe me a new Mac.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I did. I lost a Mac once by spilling my tequila in it.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Wow. Hope it was good tequila.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't remember what brand it was.
it doesn't matter. That was the old Rick. It's not the new Rick. You know, I think there's a lot to be said about it being a great gateway tequila. Was it for you? Maybe. But you know, for guys like Rick and myself, probably not. I think if I were to introduce friends to tequila and gradually move like you did, gradually move them away. You know, if this was this would be a good intro to what is possible with tequila. But I'd be really interested to try this at 80 proof, just to see what the differences are, because I like how the 38 ABV tames down the French oak. But that's, you know, that's a discussion for another day. That's it. That's our take on Cava de Oro Reposado. But you're going to have to stick around because we are headed through the rest of the line, including the Cristalino Extra Añejo. I cannot wait to try that one. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio. That young man is
Rick Levy in San Diego.
You've been watching Sipping Off the Cuff on all of our networks at Tequila Aficionado Media. Whatever you do, if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. Tell us what you think. Maybe you guys like this. Maybe this is a go-to for you. What are you using it with? What kind of recipes do you make with it? Let us know. But whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.
I'm Mike Morales. I'm CEO of Tequila Aficionado Media, and I just wanted to thank you for watching Sipping Off the Cuff. We love doing these reviews for you. Now, if you're an Agave Spirits brand owner and you're watching this, there are 3 things that I'd like to talk to you about. Number 1, if you'd like us to review your Agave Spirit on Sipping Off the Cuff, just send me an email, mike@tequilaaficionado.com. It won't cost you a dime, and I promise you'll get an honest review. Number 2, if your brand has been nominated, past or present, as a brand of promise, we can help you promote your brand effectively and affordably over on the tequila PR side of things. Just email me, mike@tequilapr.com. And number 3, if your brand has ever been a Brand of Promise nominee or a winner, you automatically qualify with us, or to go with us, on our next promotional tequila tour. So shoot me an email, tours@tequilaaficionado.com, and I'll send you all the details on our upcoming tequila tour. That's it. Thanks again for watching. Sip wisely.